So it finally happened, new Arcane Season 2 teaser dropped. It's a really short one. I watched it, so this is not a reaction type of video. I already watched the teasers as I was really interested in it. It is short, but there's quite a lot of information that you can get out of it. I've been sort of reading about that today. I've been discussing that with some of my friends on Discord server. There's also a very interesting Reddit thread that I will link down below where they discuss that all. In that teaser, we can actually see Singed and Warwick. So it's like we're back to the last scene of first season, the last episode where we actually saw Singed and we saw this sort of a creature hanging on the ceiling. Already back then we assumed that it's Warwick. I won't repeat myself because there's just so many hints in season 1 that we will see Warwick, who's a League of Legends champion. I made a video about that and listed all of them, so you can head there and watch that. It's honestly astonishing how much there's hidden in season 1. But having said that, one might think that what we got out of that teaser is a Warwick confirmation, but in my opinion that's not the biggest reveal of that teaser, despite the fact that Warwick is definitely the biggest object in the frame. Like, he's just really very big. But the most important thing is we are going back to Singed. Now, if you want to speculate about what's going to happen in season 2, and we have to remember that Arcane is a League of Legends variation. It's not one-to-one specific adaptation. They sort of dance around what they had in the lore. At this point, maybe they are even creating the lore, since, as we know, they're sort of implementing parts of Arcane into League of Legends. We did find out that Mel's mom will be a new champion, Lady Madada. That's big, I guess, for the players.
So the first bit of Arcane you'll be seeing in League will be Ambessa Madada. She'll bring Noxian domination to the Rift. And much like how she is in the show, she won't be for the faint of heart in game. Don't let her large stature fool you though. She brings both strength and speed, sidestepping attacks with surprising agility.
And Ambessa's only the first piece of Arcane coming to League this year.
However, I wanna drift back to Singed, because Warwick, we all know that he's going to be there. We all know that Vi Jinx's story is not done at this point when it comes to Vanda's fatherhood. And how that's going to work, we don't know. We can see that Singed is implementing Warwick with chemicals. How is that going to change him? We know that Warwick is this sort of a menace, right? This sort of a wolf haunting in the streets of Zong, but he's going after the criminals. There are very nice League of Legends cinematics when it comes to Warwick. Now Singed, we know that he had a daughter.
I too once had a daughter.
So it's like we have two fathers in the picture. What's going to happen with that plot? Going back to League of Legends lore, we have to circle to this theory that has been going on for a while now, that Singed's daughter will be actually Orianna. Orianna is a League of Legends champion. She has a very interesting and very sad bio. She is known for creating these mechanical creatures. She's known for also her relationships to clocks. There's music that very much resembles a clock if you have a look at the new teaser. But her father was not Singed. She had a different type of a father. Now, will Arcane Season 2 do a Orianna variation? Are we going to see Orianna? Orianna was very sick. Now, I think in that case, we can see the clear resemblance to Victor, especially since we can assume that Victor has some sort of a lung cancer going on, and Orianna, she spent some days in Zone around a chemical leak. She was breathing in the air, and that led to her lungs disease, and that led to her father helping her out and creating these augmentations of her body. He replaced her lungs. Would that happen to Victor? Maybe Orianna is an inspiration, but we won't see her per se. Or maybe she's already there, because another theory that I have read, very interesting one, is that Orianna is already there, going under the name Rio, which would be an anagram. Rio is the lizard that Singed is somehow trying to save her. Could it be his daughter? Or maybe it's just a reference and we'll see his daughter somewhere else as actually Orianna, which would change the lore in a major way, because in the lore, Singed is not her father. However, he's also been sort of dancing around these mechanical augmentations, so that makes sense as well. Having said that, that short teaser also suggests the fact that If that actually happens, if we see Oriana in one way or another, or if she's already there, we know that one other person that's been experimenting with augmentations, with actual augmentations and interferences within the body, that would be Victor. We already know Victor and Zinj's connection. Also actually made a video about that. There's a strong connection there, and if they sort of get together, if they try to combine their forces. Zinj's been already interested in Hextech previously.
I would very much like to see the device. This, hex core.
That may be difficult to arrange.
He might be still interested in Hextech. Right now he's experimenting with chemicals. He's been implementing chemicals into Warwick's body, Vander's body. But maybe he's actually after something else too. Now how he's going to use that knowledge that Victor might provide him? Will they combine forces? Maybe Victor will sort of use some experimental techniques that Zinj came up with. Now, I feel like I will see all of that in season 2. We might see some sort of a version of Oriana's story. And I want to add that I have read her biography today and a story called Theorem. It's an Oriana related League of Legends story, and in the story a mechanical monkey is mentioned directly. Now, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be some sort of a hint when it comes to Arcane, but we know that monkey very well. Oriana's bow hovering at her shoulder nudged her gently. Not now, she told the bow. She lifted the mechanical monkey from its stall nearby and turned its key. It scuttled about the floor, eyes lit with a red glow, clashing its symbols together at the very third step before slowing to a halt. Now that's also very interesting, but I feel like that might be a subject of another video, Jinx monkey related video. So what we found out from these merely 40 seconds is that we will be exploring Zinj's daughter. He's holding a medallion with a picture inside, a picture that we have already seen by the end of season 1, which might be his daughter Oriana, which will be part of season 2 physically, but that would change the lore since that's not the right father there. Maybe she's already there in the shape of a lizard that he changed her into. He's trying to fix her since she's been sick. Maybe Victor is part of Oriana's variation, and we know that Zinj and Victor will definitely join forces in one way or another. So like I said, Warwick is not the biggest reveal of that video in my opinion. Warwick is just a confirmation. That's something that they gave us on a silver plate. We already knew that he's going to be there. So many hints suggested to that. That's why I wasn't really surprised to see him, since we all knew, and that was just a mere confirmation. Now what's interesting is that we'll be digging into Zinj in season 2. One of the few quite literally black and white characters. Most characters are somewhat in between, they're neither good or bad entirely. Zinj so far has been giving rather a bad impression. So it will be very interesting to find out more about him, about his daughter, Oriana, or someone else. Rio. It will be interesting to see how they use the mutations. What's going to happen to Warwick? Are we going to see Jinx via Warwick confrontation? Maybe it was Warwick that the Jinx was talking about in the very first Arcane teaser.
I'm glad it's you. Had to be you.
Maybe it's not really about Caitlyn Norvai. Now I'm hoping that we'll get to see more of these teasers. I'm hoping to see them monthly because we can speculate a lot based on 40 seconds. I'm loving that. We have 10 months ahead and so much in between. So we'll see how that goes. Stick around on the channel because we'll be discussing this as we go all the way towards season 2. Stay safe guys, bye.